Palacios. I'm an instructional design coordinator for the San Diego Community College District. Primarily, I work with faculty who are using Blackboard, our LMS, but then we get to do some fun stuff that's more peripheral to Blackboard for blended learning and blended classrooms as well. Not recording this one. So welcome. I want to share with you today some ideas for how you can share your voice with your students on the go, right? So I really enjoyed both the sessions I've been in. There's been a lot of use of mobile devices. And in 2013, 36% of students reported using smartphones to study. That number went up to half of our students in 2014 using smartphones to study. And when you include tablets in that, that number went up to 81%, and that was 2 years ago. So we're looking at the majority of students using mobile technology to study. So we've got pictures of our students out there in public transportation. And sure, maybe they're out there doing Facebook or Snapchat, or they're commenting on everybody's Instagram photos, or they're listening to Pandora music. But maybe they are listening to their Italian dictation.
Buongiorno, la mia famiglia è molto piccola. Mia madre si chiama Elena, è italiana, è nata a Firenze, ma adesso abita qui a San Diego.
You have to picture them walking
Mio
around
padre
campus.
invece è americano, si chiama Ken, è in New York. I miei genitori sono divorziati. Non ho né fratelli né sorelle, sono figlia unica.
So that was, Paula's not in here, I don't think, but she'll maybe be in the next one. Maybe they're listening to their Italian dictation. Maybe they're listening to a Japanese lesson. Is Nobu listening? There's Nobu.
Hi, this is Nobu. Listening, 1番.
Just picture your students.
もう作文を書きましたか C、漢字のクイズは優しかったと思いますか C、どうして日本語を勉強していますか D、高校の時何をするのが好きだった E、子供の時人気があった
No one for sharing that. I don't know Japanese. I should take your class. So we've got audio. Maybe our students are doing a Spanish comprehension video.
Gabriel García Márquez nació en 1927 en Aracata, Colombia. Ganó el Premio Nobel de Literatura en
This is Professor
1982.
Carmen Piera.
Sus libros más destacados son 100 años de soledad, Crónicas de una muerte anunciada, El amor en tiempos de cólera, entre otros. Murió el 17 de abril de 2014 a los 87 años en la Ciudad de México.
Where does that come from?
So that was a recording of a Word document. Okay? All of the stuff I've shown you, all of the things I'm going to show you today is free. It's free technology, either created with cell phones, smartphones, calling a phone number. Actually, I didn't meet with any of those professors face-to-face doing those recordings. They called and left me a voicemail. Google Voice. With Google Voice, you can call, leave a voicemail, and then that allows the Google Voice owner of that account to download that audio as an MP3. I was then able to use that MP3 as the audio of a Word document. This is a Word document that I recorded using screencastomatic. I'm not going to be able to show you how to do all of these things today. That's the hard thing about a half-an-hour session, but I want you to know that it's very possible to make engaging content for your students to use when they are out and about, and it's not expensive to do it. And it's your voice, which I think is a lot more valuable to our students than the publisher's voice, if there is a publisher voice, right? You know your students much better than most publishers do, and the creation of content is not as hard and intimidating as I know it sometimes feels when you're getting started. So consider the options of when you're looking at all the students out around on campus. Do they even have the option of hearing your voice on those headphones? And not all of them will, right? Some of them will log into computer labs, some of them will, listen to you from home. We're giving them the option of accessing your voice outside of the classroom. On the handout is a link to our Get Real site. It's a site, the Get Real video site is a site that we've been putting together at our district, but it's open and available to everybody. But it's geared towards faculty who, yes?
Can I get a copy?
A handout, yes. Anyone else need it? I'll put some in the front desk.
Thank you.
It's geared towards anyone who wants to start using instructional media in their teaching. Starting from zero, starting from nothing. You want to narrate a PowerPoint? Fine. You want to narrate, a Word document, as I showed you? Fine. That Get Real site is going to be your how-to. That's going to be where I recommend you going. We put all of our how-to videos on that site for captioning on YouTube, for uploading video to YouTube. So because we can't get to everything today, I want you to know up front that we've got tons of resources online in terms of how. But what I really recommend for you to do is to get a YouTube account. This, if you've got a Gmail account, you've already got a YouTube account, this is the best place to host videos. And students know how to use YouTube. They know how to access it, and if you can get your stuff on there, then you're giving them access to your stuff on the go. So this would be for audio video, or just video. For audio only, you notice that my links went to SoundCloud. It's another free audio hosting site. So that's where we heard Paula and Novu's audio just going through SoundCloud. It's a way to upload. You can upload MP3s. And essentially that's what I did. I had, and we'll do it, if there's time, we'll do a little demo of it. I had them call my Google Voice. I downloaded the MP3. I uploaded it to SoundCloud. That SoundCloud link is a link that you could share with your students in Blackboard, on a Google Doc. I would say on a Google Doc, actually, because you're going to get better mobile access on a Google Doc than you will in Blackboard. So as long as you can get your content on one of these two sites, you're golden. They're going to get it from their mobile devices. They're going to be able to get it through their Wi-Fi connections on or off campus, right? So if it's Wi-Fi, then you don't have to worry about their data. If they're worried about their data usage, as we all are these days, they connect through Wi-Fi. And they could be sitting out here listening to your lessons at the LRC, at the libraries, wherever they are on campus with a Wi-Fi connection. Or any computer with an internet connection, right? You're giving them access to yourself, to your voice, online. So I wanted to show you Screencast-O-Matic today. Of course, there's an issue with this microphone, so I can't show you Screencast-O-Matic, a demo of it. But it's a free screencasting program. Screencasting sounds really complicated and scary, and what am I doing with screencasting? I don't want to try it. All it is narrating your voice while recording your computer screen. Narrating your voice while you're recording your computer screen. So that essentially gives you some pretty robust content creation capability right there. You could pull up a picture on your screen and describe it in the target language. You could have vocabulary lists where you're just doing, pronunciation of the target language words. I mean, whatever, you're getting the visual and audio. And in language, how important and engaging that is. So you get your free account at screencastomatic.com. It looks like this, right? Screencastomatic.com. There is a paid account that's $15 for the whole year, and that gives you some basic editing tools. So if you wanted to, cut out a section of the middle that you didn't, you messed up, it gives you that option. But most of my recordings that I create are through, I mean, I don't do any editing. The other option, the other thing it gives you is that it takes off the watermark from the screencast-o-matic video with the pro account. But I got by for, I would say, 3 or 4 years just using the free account. It's very, they just enticed me, I think, with a 2-year deal for $15. I was like, all right, I'll try it. But basically, you start up the recorder, and we have our recorder launched. So I know it's not going to record my my microphone, and I'm not sure why my USB isn't picking up here, but most of the time that will work. Of course, it's a technical thing. But so you can record the screen. You can also record your webcam if you have a webcam connected to your computer. And this is how I do feedback videos to students this way. If there's something that I want to show them, I do computer applications, so I teach them website and computer application software programs. So I can easily pull up a software program and say, this is where you click, this is what went wrong, so I can show them. But it's also reviewing a paper, any kind of written feedback that you want to give them the audio of would be super useful. And then, they don't have that one shot in class to hear you, and if they didn't get it, so sad, too bad. They can actually listen to that feedback again, replay it, listen to it as many times as they need to really learn from that useful one-on-one instruction that you've given them. So, I would hit record. Yeah?
You need a, sorry, dumb question, you need a microphone at home?
You need a microphone. If you're on your laptop, you've probably got a webcam and a microphone built into your webcam, you know, up there. This on the desktop doesn't have one, that's why. But microphones are super cheap now. You can get them for $7 at Target. This is the nicer one, it's $20. So, on Amazon, you can get them for as low as $7 or $8. So, when do we end? At 11:50? I want to make sure I get through my one very good. So, I'm not going to show you screencast-o-matic because I know we're not going to get audio. But, and we have a lot of tutorials that will take you through the process of actually doing your recording. The key is keeping it short and simple. So we say, like I kind of try to target between 3 to 5 minute chunks. If you're recording hour-long PowerPoint lectures, you can pretty much guarantee that students are not going to be listening to that hour-long video. Keeping it short and sweet, because when they're on the go and they have a few minutes between classes, or they have a few minutes waiting at the DMV or at Starbucks for their coffee, whatever it is, it's when they're on the go and you want to try to get them to take advantage of those short times. So we say keep your videos real short, and as long as you can upload it to YouTube, which you can with screencast-o-matic, that's the goal. That's the goal, is to get it up on YouTube, because then it's available to them either, however you've provided them the link. Did you have a question?
Yes, can you also upload them to other hosting places besides YouTube?
They have their own. They have Screencast-o-matic has its own hosting.
Just like in Google Class, because I Google Class with my...
I think you can do it to Drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can also upload to Drive. Google Voice. So this is a really great free voice recorder. Basically with Google Voice, you get a free phone number. Okay? This is what I would use, I use it with my students as, it's the phone number that I give my students to call me. I say, call my, and maybe they maybe think it's my cell phone. It's actually my Google Voice phone number. It also allows me to text my students. You can text with them. I teach online, and so I found that texting my online students is a really great way of checking in. It throws them off. I'm like, oh wait, she's texting me. And so I get a response. I won't get an email response, but if I text them, I get a response right away. So with your Google Voice phone number, you can get voicemail messages. So I need a volunteer to call my Google Voice number. Yeah, sure. Will you call my number and just leave a voicemail for me? Short one. forwarded to my cell phone. So you can choose to have your number forwarded to cell.
Does it indicate that it's coming to this number, or do you have any way of knowing?
I know what number it's coming from. She doesn't know that it's forwarding to a different cell phone.
Like, is there any way that you know it's your student, a student? That it's
I would
coming?
have to know that since.
It's Dora. Sorry, I missed you.
Right.
Thanks for being there. Bye.
Thank you. All right, so now I go to my, Google Voice.
Your subscribers are your students, or your,
Huh?
you have 46 subscribers, are those the students?
No, I don't have any subscribers. Oh, no, those are my YouTube subscribers.
Oh,
Those are, that's different.
Different.
So the key in Google as you get started with Google Apps is this little, right? You gotta know that that's where you click on to get to all your apps. So Voice is one of the ones that you can choose to have up there. And here's, you can see the cue that I got. There's Nobu's that I got from her a couple days ago as I was prepping for this. So let's hear my 6-minute.
Hi, Katie, it's Dora. Sorry I missed you. Thanks for being there. Bye.
So notice it comes up with a transcript and it wasn't too far off.
Yeah, the transcripts are usually a little
Yeah,
interesting.
of course, for the other languages, it was really interesting what it came up
Can
with.
you turn off the transcript?
Well, no one else has access to this yet.
Oh.
This is just my Google Voice. No one else has access to it. Yeah.
Okay, have you tried it in another language?
Yes, this is Japanese. Right?
Nice.
Yeah. It does not, I would have to maybe have my account, like Gmail would probably have to know that my account was in that language in order to transcribe it in the language. Mine is set up for English, so it's trying to come up with English.
It's not perfect, but it's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, my name is Dora, actually.
So other than that, right? Listen.
But maybe after the end of the day.
Hi, Katie, it's Dora. Sorry I missed you. Thanks for being there. Bye.
So the only thing is really that, right? I could, and I can copy and paste this.
Maybe if it's like slower, it would be.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
So, I've got a few options now. By the way, I could call Dora back from my Google Voice number through call, right? It'll tell me if I want to call her. It says, okay, how do you want to call her back? Do you want to call her back with your mobile? Because I don't have a phone connected to Google Voice. It's asking me, do you want to call on your mobile? Okay, so then it calls me. I pick up and it says, okay, connecting to Dora. So Dora only sees my Google Voice phone number. That's why my students don't know. They probably think they have access to my cell phone number, but I could easily just get a new Google Voice number and it's no big deal.
So you can prank
So you
call
copy and
somebody?
paste it.
So then this, I now have,
Can you prank call?
huh?
Can you prank call?
I suppose I could if I wanted to. Here's the key for me, right? I can download this audio. So imagine this is your students doing some sort of oral activity. All they're doing, they don't need all this, the worries of connecting through technology. They're calling and leaving a voicemail. Ensure the audio isn't perfect. You would get better audio quality with this USB. But I remember when I went to Ecuador, I was a high-achieving Spanish student in Ecuador. And I was there to teach English. And there I was, one of the advanced Spanish speakers in Ecuador. And I am trying to connect with the program director of the school where I'm going to be teaching English. And she left me a voicemail. And there I am trying to understand, oh, here I am, a great Spanish speaker, and I'm trying to understand this voicemail. And I had no idea, with all of the surrounding sounds that were happening in that voicemail, I thought, oh yeah, I don't know any Spanish, this is hard, I can't understand this. So I thought, this is kind of a good activity for our students to get real authentic language. This is how, when they go to Mexico or when they go, this is how they're going to be interacting with the real world, is through audio that's not perfect, right? So I thought, all right, I'm going to not worry about getting perfect audio. We can download this now. We could also embed it. If I do embed and I copy this, yes, I can paste that directly into Blackboard. I can paste that
Or YouTube, right?
That's HTML then?
Yeah. I know not everybody hears SDCCD, but I'll just real quickly get in here. To show you how you would embed it into Blackboard. I will go into just something random. And let's say on my home page, I don't know what's on here, I got a million things. Let's say I go to edit mode on. I copied this, you saw me do this?
Yeah.
Right? And now I'm going to go build content, create item. I'm going to go to HTML. You have to tell it this is HTML code and don't just display it as a, right? It gives you this big yellow box which is like, oh, it didn't work. No, it worked. This is how, here's our audio demo. And we're going to hit submit. And now we're going to go, uh-oh, that's not good.
It's working.
Of course. Oh, it is there, yeah, but it's not embedded. Oops. Here, let's see, maybe it needs to be embedded. Let's just try this. Okay. No. Come on, be nice. No? Okay. Well, that's not working. So what do we do instead? We go, it does work. I don't know why it's not working right now. Of course, technology is against me today.
If you don't have Blackboard, where else?
So you could put this in a Google Doc, which I think is a lot more reliable than Blackboard, to be honest with you. On my my second bullet here is a document that you could pull up, right? And we can. This is why. So we're gonna download this MP3. MP3 is just an audio file, right? That's what a music file is, right? It's an audio MP3 file. And now, you need a place to host this, right? So that's why SoundCloud is so great. It's audio only, right? YouTube is where I host all my videos, but SoundCloud is where I would host just my audio.
So either Google Doc or SoundCloud?
Google Doc is how your students, I mean, there's a million ways to do it, right? Google Docs is one way to have it shared with students. SoundCloud, it needs to be hosted somewhere. It needs to be, your audio needs to be saved somewhere. So you would upload it, I'm going to hit upload, choose a file to upload, go and find that random, it's a weird name. And it lets you, because it's mostly for music sharing, but it works for any audio. Okay, and now, let's see, is it done? Share, save. Complete. Here's the link. Okay, so that's the link that I had in my PowerPoint when we listened to Novu, and that would be the link that I would use. And now, let's see, let me go back to my home.
Hi, Katie, it's Dora. Sorry I missed you. Thanks for being there. Bye.
Right, so now it's a link, just like you share any other link. It's a link that you can
Voici 5 questions. Écoutez et
Here's
écrivez
Donna,
vos
so this is a French one I had from
Numéro
Donna.
1.
Right? You can create playlists in SoundCloud. So I created a Mesa language conference playlist that had all of my examples up there in SoundCloud, and then you can link to the whole playlist.
Oh, I think on the Google Doc, I think I saw on the far left that it said where the number is.
Yeah.
Is there a price for it, or why does it say credit?
Oh, that's your phone calls.
Where are you
Under
looking?
your phone number.
Oh,
it's
this
your
is
phone
if
calls.
I
Yeah.
wanted to make calls. Yeah, I haven't paid for it. I don't know. This is if I wanted to maybe make international calls or something.
Yeah.
Right.
But the other one's free.
Yeah, I have never paid for Google Voice. It's not. There's nothing paid about it. Yeah.
Could you attach the file, the audio file, into a Google Form?
Google Forms take audio? I don't know.
It's in SoundCloud, you said.
Use the
You
link.
can have the link.
The link.
Yeah. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to.
And what what's again the difference? I'm sorry, to
That's okay.
Google, to save it in Google, I'm so confused now.
Well, I'm a high
Google
school
Docs
teacher.
compared to SoundCloud?
So,
Both keep it,
you
right?
could,
Save
it's
it.
just like, it depends on how you're presenting your content to your students. I mean, you want to be consistent. So if you've
Right.
got Google Docs already that you're using for other stuff, then it's a link that you could add to Google
And it
Docs.
saves it there too.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course, yeah. If you have lots of audio that you want your students to use, to access, then you might think about creating those SoundCloud playlists and linking directly to SoundCloud playlists.
And they have to have SoundCloud.
No, you don't have to have SoundCloud to listen to SoundCloud. It's just like YouTube. It's just like listening to a video on
So they
YouTube.
just click on the.
They click on the link and it plays the audio.
It's like Voxopop?
It's like what?
Voxopop?
I don't know what's up. Might be, yeah.
So how many playlists, like how many can you have in a group? I'm just brainstorming with you here now. So I called you, what if I had like 10 of my students call me? And then I put all of their audio on SoundCloud, would they be able to listen to each other that way?
That's how they're sharing. That's the only, because your students don't have access to your Google Voice. So the only way that students are hearing each other
Right,
is, yeah, providing them with that.
but I'm wondering about how to keep it sort of organized in like a unit. So how long can your playlist be?
I don't think there's a limit. If there is,
So
I
that
don't
would
know.
be kind of like this thematically that you could keep them together on a playlist?
When you have a new, like if I wanted your new ones to be added to my playlist, then down here I say add to playlist.
Can you title your playlist?
Yep, you can create a new
That's what
one,
you do then.
or you add to one that you've already created.
Can anybody
That would be
listen to it or just your class? I mean,
Yeah.
it's like anybody?
I have followers on SoundCloud who I guess anybody could listen to it. You can make them private so that it's limiting to people who only have the link and it's not going to show up on my public stream. So that would be a way to, prevent just randomers from listening to it. You can control that.
It's a really good tool to give students feedback. I use it for my students when they want to speak, when I want to produce a language. I give them an assignment, talk about your family. They produce a language, they email it or they send it to on the Moodle, and I bring it to SoundCloud and I give them feedback right there when they make a mistake. I usually was giving them feedback when the presentation was done. They never got where they made the mistake, where the conjugation was wrong, or what was they doing wrong. But this way in SoundCloud, I give them feedback in a minute or a second they have the mistakes. Under it, you can type it and give them feedback. And as they listen to it, again, those feedback pops up and they get their...
You have your students create SoundCloud accounts.
No. I just give them the link. I send them the link. I have my own SoundCloud. I send them, I give them assignment, they upload the
Love
assignment to Moodle.
Yeah.
And then from Moodle, I take it to SoundCloud.
Okay, so you're putting it.
And then from the SoundCloud, they give me a link, and each time they have the link, and next time they never make the mistake.
Yeah.
That was a miracle when I learned that one in my language class. It's perfect.
Do you edit on that? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, you edit it. Right minute they make mistakes, you type it
It allows you to-
it gives you feedback, and when they listen it automatically pops up.
But you have to upload their material.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's your tool to give them
Right,
feedback.
right.
And that was really good, because usually you give them feedback by end of what they were talking
Sure.
about, they don't get it. Where was it? What was the mistake? What the question? What they, over here you give them exact a minute, it's really good.
So is this feedback written?
Yes, you can write it down.
So while the voice goes, the
Yeah, you
feedback
stop
comes
it,
Oh,
you
you
say in a
stop it.
minute or a second, you stop it, pause it,
Oh.
and then you type it in, and then you continue, automatically save it, whatever it is.
Do you ever get Java error messages with SoundCloud?
I have not.
Good.
Doesn't mean that they wouldn't be out there with old
Yeah.
browsers
No,
and old
because
versions of
with
Java.
Voxopop,
But
I mean, that's
I'm out of time, you guys, and I've got a lot of resources on here, including my contact information. So get in touch with me if you want some more. Check out our Get Real site. But I want to stay on schedule and let the next speakers too. So thank you for being here.